We now understand the actual reason why the XRP price continues to dip, while the rest of the market is in the green. XRP being the 6th largest crypto by market cap, its use case, cross-border payments for the banks. The news today just uncovered a few hours ago by on-chain sleuth Zach XBT. It appears Ripple was hacked for around 213 million XRP, or over $112 million. He lists the public address and then says, so far, the stolen funds have been laundered through different centralized exchanges, MEXC, Gate.io, Binance, Kraken, etc. So the hacker is actively selling millions of XRP on the open market. And it should be noted, Ripple disputes this. Ripple says they were not hacked for millions of XRP, but their co-founder was. Again, this is an ongoing story. All of this is happening publicly on-chain. Make sure you subscribe for the most current info, because update. Confirmation of the hack from Chris Larsen, Ripple's co-founder and executive chairman. He states, yesterday, there was unauthorized access to a few of my personal XRP accounts, not Ripple's. We were quickly able to catch the problem and notify exchanges to freeze the affected addresses. Law enforcement is already involved. This is an isolated incident, and Ripple wallets are secure / were never compromised. We've confirmed nearly all affected funds were converted out of XRP, meaning the hacker sold out of XRP. We are working with law enforcement and have been advised that a significant portion of the funds have been frozen and are pursuing the remainder aggressively. Now, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, also backs this up. Given some irresponsible speculation and reporting, I want to reiterate that no Ripple-managed wallets were compromised. Full stop. It's just the leadership, which I guess are XRP whales, makes sense, that were compromised. And Zach XBT doesn't buy it. He responds, totally, completely separate entities. Wink, wink. Now, whether this skepticism is warranted from Zach, you tell me down below in the comment section. But let's just be real about this. How much sell pressure is this amount really? Other channels will not break it down for you like this. I will. That's why you subscribe. But 213 million XRP, if we go over and look at the current circulating supply of over 54 billion, 213 million is less than 1%. And look it, in the last 24 hours, XRP is down 1.7%. In the last 7 days, even though this really started just yesterday, 53 cents down to 50 cents. So again, not the biggest deal. It was more fear of what was happening rather than what was actually happening. But it does raise a bigger question about Chris Larsen. Wow. This means Chris Larsen literally had $100 million worth of XRP that he could freely dump on the market at any time. It was not locked up, and it was fully managed by him. I mean, there's nothing illegal, but it does just kind of show that the founders, if nobody else, the founders were getting rich. Every founder has that. They all hide with beautiful terms like advisory and marketing, etc. All of that is mostly an illusion to create an idea that tokenomics are not centralized, while in reality, they're just on the team's hands. Literally, all projects do the same thing, LOL. My bigger thing is, if you're going to have this amount of coins centralized to one co-founder, shouldn't there be better security? And maybe a bigger question that needs to be settled today is XRP centralized? The truth that on the spectrum it is, compared to a Bitcoin, compared to an Ethereum, but decentralization is all a spectrum. And it is actually closer to maybe a BNB or a VeChain, as explained in this 40-second clip from Virtual Bacon.
XRP doesn't use proof of work or proof of stake to secure transactions. Instead, they use something called XRP Ledger Consensus Protocol. This helps them achieve consensus using a unique node list. These nodes are verified and vetted by the XRP network, and thus they can skip the mining and staking and instead just let these trusted parties vote on which transactions to include in the blockchain. This is obviously more centralized than Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it is a relatively common protocol in the crypto space. There is a consensus protocol called proof of of authority which runs exactly like the process in XRP. And many prominent layer 1 blockchains already use this, including VeChain, Kronos Chain, and even the BNB chain. Today, there are around 120 validators on the XRP network, so I wouldn't call this consensus mechanism completely centralized. I think this is fair considering BNB chain only has 50 validators or so that are also chosen.
And what's interesting is that even though XRP is over a decade old, and its primary use case is still cross-border payments, they do have smart contract capabilities with the XRP ledger, meaning like Ethereum, dApps can be built on top of it. CTO David Schwartz explains some of the building.
Yeah, so on the stablecoin front, that's mostly happening through the Ripple X side, the XRP ledger side of Ripple. We've recently announced partnerships with Stasis, which is the leading Euro stablecoin, one of the top 10 stablecoins globally, and Novati, which brings large ERC20 stablecoins like USDC and USDT, as well as an Australian dollar stablecoin to the XRP Ledger DEX. One of the things that's been missing on the XRP Ledger DEX is like a large number of high quality assets. Like there's XRP, and then there's a couple of like medium, and then there's a long tail of interesting stablecoins, but not access to not like a high quality US dollar stablecoin obviously is extremely important. So, and the Euro stablecoin. So that's going to help bring some of those things to the XRP ledger side.
But the biggest thing I'm looking forward to on the future of XRP is their automated market maker, i.e. their Uniswap competitor, automated market maker.
Automated market makers on the XRP ledger could be a game changer, uniquely positioning it to leapfrog other DEXs. I almost said automated money maker, which actually is kind of, it's actually pretty apropos, right?
AMMs will harvest volatility for yield. Volatility will drive market makers, which the AMM makes a spread, right? It takes a movement in price to really drive that volume. And of course, volatility increases arbitrage of profits because the AMM gets more out of balance more, and the AMM gets a cut of those profits through the auction mechanism.
So this could really turn the volatility of a digital asset from a downside to an upside.
But in conclusion, for this hack and their co-founder, Chris Larsen, the backlash from the community has already started. I will get tons of hate for this, but I will always keep it real with you guys. I think it's time for Chris Larsen to distance himself from Ripple as much as possible. In 2022, he donated to Greenpeace to launch a campaign to lobby for the change of the Bitcoin code. At the time, I tweeted, this was a horrible move, bad optics all around, especially with the SEC lawsuit still ongoing. So he wanted to hard fork Bitcoin, alter Bitcoin's code. And now Chris's personal XRP account has been hacked, and you can imagine the headlines that will follow. All of this is bad for Ripple equity holders and XRP holders. I have confidence in Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, CEO and CTO, and the vision they have for Ripple and XRP. But Chris Larsen is causing more problems with these situations. This is an ongoing story. Make sure you click subscribe if you're invested in XRP.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larsen.